What's going on, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, this is the bare minimum, and I'm your boy Bryant Marcos. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about the disappointing blowout loss against the San Antonio Spurs, what to watch for against the Detroit Pistons, and can somebody please tell me what more does Immanuel Quickley have to do? Knicks Nation, we got to start off with the New York Knicks getting absolutely smoked by the San Antonio Spurs. Just like we outplayed the Detroit Pistons in the game before in almost every category, the Spurs did the same thing to us. To be honest with you guys, this game was over when Patty Mills hit this shot to end the second half. Mills ended up having 14 points off the bench, and that was just a little taste of the 55 points that the bench dropped on our heads. The Knicks bench, on the other hand, was pretty much non-existent, with the exception of Immanuel Quickley, who scored 26 points off the bench. But this game was pretty much doomed from the start. The Knicks just came out flat straight off the jump. Randle finished with just 14 points, and Barrett was playing well in the first half with 15 points, but didn't really get going. The absence of Derrick Rose due to safety protocols was evident in this loss. But overall, it was just a lackluster performance, and it saw us drop to 5th behind those terrible Leprechauns up north. But I wanted to take this episode to have a quick side note with you guys about one thing: Immanuel Quickley. I'm sure that All-Star Weekend is going to be a doozy for all of us. We have plenty of Knicks that are going to be representing: Julius Randle in the All-Star Game, Obi Toppin in the Slam Dunk Contest, and RJ Barrett in the Rising Stars Challenge. However, IQ deserved a spot in that game. IQ has absolutely separated himself from most in his class and is arguably the second best rookie in the league. He's had the most 25-plus point games among all rookies with 5. He's first in player efficiency among those rookies with 18.1 and 4th in points per game, while still only 17th in minutes played per game amongst those rookies. So shame on whoever it was that made the decision to not put Immanuel Quickley in this game. And now, before you guys freak out on me and say, well, Bryant, it's just the Rising Stars Challenge, it's not that big of a deal. Yes, you're right. Ultimately, this is just a showcase, and rookies and sophomores come out just to have fun. However, Immanuel Quickley was the 25th overall pick in this year's draft, and he has worked hard, and he's not getting that recognition. And in any field, that sucks. So I hope that Immanuel Quickley takes this a little bit personally and goes off on the second half to prove that he's the real deal. However, it's not all doom and gloom, Knicks Nation. There's hope on the horizon, and that hope comes in the form of the Detroit Pistons. I hope. The Pistons are one of the worst teams in the NBA. In fact, the worst in the Eastern Conference, as we covered 2 episodes ago. However, they ended up beating the Toronto Raptors in their last game 129-105 to earn them their 10th win of the season. Now, when the Knicks played them, they absolutely steamrolled them, and that was with a healthy Jeremy Grant. In this game, Jeremy Grant and a plethora of other players are either questionable or out. So I don't really have a game plan for the Detroit Pistons tonight other than the Knicks have to play with high intensity and a high level of urgency. Expect big bounce back games from Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, and Immanuel Quickley, I think, is gonna go off for 20 plus tonight. I know this was a bit of a short one, Knicks Nation, but that's your bare minimum for the Knicks and Pistons Part 2. Please let me know in the comment section below whether you guys think that Immanuel Quickley was snubbed from that Rising Stars Challenge. Is it a big deal? Am I making too much of a big deal out of it? Also, happy birthday to Obi Toppin, and a special shout out to Gaming YT Pro. Thank you for the sub. I'm Bryant Marcos, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.